Before you even ask, okay, I'll just address it once so I don't have to keep saying it. Before you even ask, Ziggy, Ziggy, what did it? Yes, it's true. What you've read online is true. I am dating Victoria Justice, okay? But it's still me, guys. I haven't changed. I'm not going to change. Still the same Ziggy you know and love. Let's talk about the ending. I'm going to try to break this down. This is what I think. This could all be wrong. The next episode is going to clarify it. I don't know. Here's what I think. And again, the description of the episode says Holden sees past, present, and future. So that like paints, where we're going with this, right? So he interfaces with the machine, right? And then he sees an image, right? And this is Holden with the molecule in him. Like both of them are experiencing the same thing. So when Holden screams, it's both of them screaming, right? It's the protomolecule screaming through Holden, who's also seeing the same stuff. So every time you see Holden, that's, it's both of them, but it's the protomolecule showing him, whatever. Okay. So this is going backwards, right? This is the past. This is the protomolecule disassembling the ring, going back into Venus, reassembling the ship. That's Eros, or the, crash lands, goes back. They're chasing with the Rocinante. He's falling backwards. And then maybe, depending, you can maybe take this to reference the genesis of it, at least in our timeline, like the Expanse's timeline, right? It's been here, I forget what he said, millions or billions of years ago, a civilization was there, but maybe this one is referencing the Expanse's timeline of how the protomolecule came to be. The bird. We have seen the bird with Julie and Miller, and it's interesting if you think about it. Like maybe there's more. Maybe this part shows up a little more in the novel, but the bird showed up 3-4 times to Miller and once to Julie. And Julie saw a vision of Miller, and it was helping Miller find clues. So it was already linking them, even though at that point, when Miller first saw the bird, I don't think Julie was infected then, because they still had to like investigate and do all that stuff, and then he had to get on, and then they had to travel and all that stuff. So maybe the first time he saw it, she wasn't infected on the Anubis. I'm not exactly sure like how to space those out timeline wise, but for some reason it found Miller and was sending him the bird. Right. Okay. So this, I think each of these represents I don't know what the term is, galaxy, solar system. I'm just going to say solar system. I don't know what the actual term I'm looking for is, but sun with a bunch of shit around it, whatever that classification is, I'm going to say solar system. I think each of these rings represents a ring that the ships are traveling through, right? Each of those rings is surrounded by this sort of like force field. So I don't think it's too far of a stretch to think each of these are similar rings. Now, each ring allows you to travel through it. And when you're out of the ring, you no longer are tethered to the like speed limit that this like force field inhibits upon everything inside of it. So my thinking is the civilization that created or researched and developed the protomolecule, however they tapped into the protomolecule, maybe it's the protomolecule civilization, like they spawn, that I have no idea. But I think they developed these rings to travel and spread. And so you would go through a ring in order to, spread out further into the galaxy. He mentions that they're not wormholes. They don't connect like two distant points. The scientist guy does. a little bit earlier in the episode, but they still allow you to exit on a certain point and avoid the little speed limit. And so my thinking is here, all of these rings. So if we imagine the space station that Holden's at as being the center of this, and all of the rings are surrounding it, right? If this makes sense, that's what I think, like, geographically where this is located. Holden's at the very center in the whatever space station thing, and then it used to be surrounded by all these rings, like back in the past. Again, he was falling backwards. But then this part, this I'm not too sure about, because the rings start to fade, which, okay, the rings started to collapse or break down or something happened to the rings. I don't know if it was intentional or not. This part I'm not quite sure of, because it comes across like the proto-molecule isn't very happy about it. But then a little bit later, it appears to look like the proto-molecule charges up power and then blows up the sun, which maybe that'll happen in the future. So I don't know if there was I don't know if the proto-molecule people, if there was a schism. Some of them wanted to spread out and another side wanted to stay in, and they fought, and then they blew up their own rings, and then they decided, hey, we gotta stop the people from traveling, we have to do this. I don't know if the proto-molecule like messed up. It appears to be that the proto-molecule is the only thing. So what I know, maybe there's another protoist molecule that can interact with it, but it appears to be that the proto-molecule can do things by itself, and it's the only thing capable of like really interfacing with itself. So why would it like attack itself, right? Unless there was some sort of schism or maybe cancerous cells or something. I don't know. Somewhere along the line, it shifted, or a part of it shifted, and it, whatever, started doing things that it didn't want to do. Not entirely sure on that, but it's clear that it's not happy about those rings being destroyed, all right? That's the center space station surrounded by the rings. That's my theory. So again, this is confusing to me because it's not happy that the rings are going away and it's charging up energy, but isn't this their station? Then it shoots out a beam that blows up, looks to be, could be the sun, could be our sun. And at this point, this is where I'm thinking it's moving to the future. This is where I'm thinking it's moving towards the future. What could be in the future if they don't investigate it or research it or whatever. So we saw the present where everything is, then he fell backwards into the past. I'm thinking this is the future. If they don't do something, this will happen to their, like, Holden's solar system or whatever. So, but again, I'm not sure, like, why is the proto-molecule fighting itself, or is that the proto-molecule's goal to do that, and Holden is the one that's screaming? I don't think so, because that would run counter to what I think they established earlier with them, the proto-molecule being his eyes and them like seeing everything together. I don't think that's what's going on, but whatever. That's where I'm at now. Fell back into the past. Originally, there were a bunch of rings. I think they used them to travel and spread around the galaxy or the solar system. Let me just use the same thing. Somehow, those started collapsing, and the proto-molecule or the civilization didn't like that. And then in the future, it'll destroy the sun. I don't know. Well, let's continue and see how wrong I was. Dude, we gotta start booking it. We gotta do 2-a-days like band camp. I got a month to finish this and do an entire season. Oh my days. Oh, to figure out the...
Watch your thrusters stay under 28 meters per second.
Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. That's pretty fucking cool. Then you let the air out, and then it can, you know, and then it goes away when the air is gone. But that was a pretty sick effect. I want to see that again. Well, that's pretty sick, dude. I like all that stuff. I know somebody posted and they clarified like the, you know, the little casket, the little casket of the kid that just magically disappeared, and the guy, whatever, who was in charge of that episode, posted like, yeah, we kind of messed that one up. Yeah, don't worry about that one, we messed that one up, but hopefully you like what happened at the end of the season. But I like all this, I don't know, I like all the science shit. I think it really, it makes it relatable, because it feels more realistic. No plasma shields and energy weapons and stuff like that. Like, everything's kind of grounded in what it would be like. Although I agree with a lot of people in the comments talking about travel. There's probably a reason why you don't go super in depth with how long it takes to travel around and stuff, narratively. Fallen world, and that references maybe the civilization, whatever. Suit, medical, thrusters, confirms something. Oh, this is where Emperor Palpatine fell.
Where are you?
Right here.
The machine got me by the leg. You?
Someone will come looking for you.
Damn it!
Nobody know I'm down.
Am I gonna lose another one of my characters? Jesus. Corey just won't give me any breaks, man. Fatality. I mean, plausible deniability kind of worked out in her favor. I like the... I pause here as I like the lighting they did here. I'm pretty sure this is in post. The, you know, the spinning that they're doing here. I'm pretty sure this is in post. They're not spinning the cameraman. He's probably just on a track walking backwards. But I like the lighting rig they have set up here with, you know, like a strip going back here, and then you have this little piece of plastic in front of it, so it gets diffused out. Then you also have some of your sort of key lights up here, more or less, with this very fogged glass to give some highlights and contrast to like the top of her head and her shoulders, so she pops out from the background. I think it's pretty cool. Pills here. You got a little Turtle Beach Bluetooth headset right there. There's no head attached to it. Oh, that's why. Dude, if you turned like the gamma all the way down, this would be a Dead Space hallway. If you like darken this bitch all the way down and you had Isaac walking through there, this could be a Dead Space hallway. This is so cool. I like this guy's his leg caught in the pipes at the top.
Gravity, wounds can't drain. Blood pools and clots, tissue swells, any internal bleeding is a death sentence.
Oh. Huh. I didn't know that.
Grip.
But like
On the count of 3. 1. Got it!
See, now that they're friends and they're bonding, it's gonna be harder to betray them, you know? I mean,
Okay.
there you go. That's all I can do for you.
No, I
can't understand what. Tilly, where are you? Tilly, tell me where you are.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
How's he doing?
Sleeping through this nightmare like a baby.
Just I gotta pause real quick. Get a little bit of this thick juice. Patient scan, diagnostics, neuroimaging, X-ray, radiation, auto doc.
Gonna get a free pass for what he did to the LT and everyone on the Shusen.
You think this, you dumbass bitch, you think this dude
Looked to me like he knew what he was
just
doing.
Shao Kahn this guy into the floor? Oh my days.
LT gets torn to pieces by God knows what. You don't blink, but Sleeping Beauty takes a little tumble. It's all hands on deck.
We literally flew in a space station, shot a rocket, saw all the bullets get frozen, and then flew out. You are an idiot. I don't, this guy makes no sense to me. Shoot this dude.
And there's no way we'd be able to provision them for a 7-month trip.
We'll figure it out.
What? Okay.
Trep's rattled.
Both these people are rattled. I mean, you can tell by her acting, but and they like painted that earlier, right? When they go, everybody has their breaking point, and then it cuts to both of these two people.
In a way, it's your fault.
It's true.
Yeah.
You told me to help her.
That's what I get for trying to help someone.
That's pretty cool. This is the, you know, the water won't like just drain, it'll just pool. I'm gonna lose a leg. I don't want to listen to you.
Can be divided and conquered, but symbols. Symbols endure.
I have to become a symbol.
We are who we are.
As a man, I can be destroyed, but as a belter, I can
That's
be.
the way the inners need to see us.
Dude, I know my guy's gonna die. I'm calling it. I don't think he's gonna die in this episode. Maybe in episode 13 or some shit. Ash Ketchum's gone. He's dead. I already know it. You know it. I know it. We all know it. There goes another one on the list. You don't have to do this.
You cannot escape what.
Projected course, thrusters engaged, Rocinante. Oh, going to the Rocinante, are ya?
Escape what you.
What happened to the reporter and Data? Are they stuck in space now? Because now it's going to take them 7 months or whatever to make it to the Shusen. Where are those two people?
Alex?
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this.
Alex?
Lynn, he left a while ago with Miller.
Miller?
Yeah, just,
What do you mean?
it's a thing. Oh, and he has a, I didn't notice this, but he's got a, he has like a knife stuck in his
What
arm.
do you mean?
Whatever that is. Beltalora Sasagadegare. It's my boy, Damn. Yeah. I just like that her zipper is pulled up, because I'm pretty sure they'd put like a little piece of fish string. Fish string? You tie it, attach it to something, but it's pretty cool. This chick is the Terminator right here. That must have been fun. This must have been real fun to shoot. Ooh. Word? Okay. I like this set design here, especially now that it's all bloody and battered and messed up. I mean, it's kind of, it's clear what's going on there, but it is kind of,
Spin the drum.
you know, poetic.
Belters, embrace all of you.
Our orders are
My
Bring
dude.
Holden to the Schusen for interrogation.
Hey man, should we team up and like take out Gunny? Cause she's like not on Team Mars anymore. I took one class of lip reading. Subscribe to Ziggy? Subscribe to Zygarde. That's what he's saying. Subscribe to Zygarde. Okay. Okay, no more fooking around. Family friendly show from now on. We're going right to the next one. I don't have time to waste. We keep going immediately to the next one.